All right, friends, it's T, and I'm back with Jason Blaha, the Lifting Slaves, client Michelle. Yes, man. We're going to review this video, client Michelle. Team Blaha, client Michelle, part 83. Oh, poor lifting slave, client Michelle, gym slave. Oh, man, she's such a gym slave, bro. This slave really is just fucking wearing herself out. I see absolutely nothing going on there, but let's review this.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Once again, it is time for my client Michelle's vlog. And
whoa, did she actually move up a bit? Well, that's a first. Two 45-pound plates. I bet you it's for one rep too. She's not strong enough to rep that out. No way.
And as I have said the last couple of vlogs, we made some minor changes because
I guarantee you she's not strong enough to rep that out. Let's see who's right. Me? Am I right? Or am I wrong? Let's see. I bet you she can't rep that for 10 reps. Because she's fucking weak, bro.
She is going to do bikini. We're doing more delt work, more calf work, more isolation.
One rep, and it wasn't even a flat bench. She just kind of angled it and pushed it, angled it outward. She didn't bring it down and bring it back up. She's not even focused on getting the eccentric or concentric movement on the exercise. It's just, oh, how fast can I get it down, get this over with, bounce it, and put it back up there at the top. This is the bullshit that people do. This is the bullshit. How do you expect your body to change if you can't squeeze out an adaptation? This is ridiculous.
Work, but keeping it...
Like, seriously, what is one fucking rep gonna do, man? Like, ask yourself that question. If I came into the gym and I worked out and I did one rep on every single machine, you'd probably look at me and say, who the fuck is this guy coming in the gym? This guy worked out, took him like what, less than 5 minutes? Because I have friends like that. They're old, but they're stupid. They come in the gym and they do one rep on every machine and then they leave. 5 minutes later, they left. I'm like, you're leaving already? And they're like, yeah. I go, but you just got in the gym. Or he said, well, I just worked out. What was the workout? One rep on every machine. You think that's gonna do anything? Come on, man.
Right, she is planning on doing possibly national and worlds this year in powerlifting, and so we obviously have...
Getting an adaptation out of doing something specific is very, very, very difficult, and you need to know what type of adaptation you're trying to squeeze out of it.
To keep her big lifts up. So what we do, we're still running a 4-day upper lower.
Okay, I'll give her that on the pull-ups. She's pulling up. Why doesn't she do some negatives instead of just doing why can't she do some eccentrics as opposed to doing the concentric movements on this exercise? See what I mean?
Both upper days, we start the day.
If you never change anything in your routine, it'll always be the same. There are no more adaptations. Zero. Let me ask you a question. This guy, Kotler, he's a gymnast. Just because you can lift a heavy weight, let's say you go to a gym, let's say people that focus on just lifting heavy weights, like the big four or whatever. Are you stronger than Kotler on the pommel horse and on the rings and everything? Can you do those things? Can you do the bars and all that? Can you do all those things that he does? If you're so strong, you can lift a heavy weight. Does that mean that Kotler's stronger than you because you can't do those exercises? No. It doesn't mean that someone is stronger than you because, let's say, they could lift a heavy weight, but you've got more muscular strength. Let's say that you could do these movements that they can't do. Does that mean that that person is weak or that person is weak? It doesn't mean anything. It means that that person has adapted themselves to doing that, whatever it is that they're fucking doing out there. But like I said, you can squeeze out different adaptations in doing a variety of different things. I know Alpha Destiny has done that. He's gone with the heavy weights. I don't know if he's fake, real, whatever. The point is, he's done the heavy weights and fucking calisthenics and a bunch of weird gymnastic stuff. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got some adaptations. What does that mean, though, to you, an adaptation? That could be an adaptation you've adapted to doing these movements. Somehow you got some chemical strength, something, whatever. Does that mean you got more muscle fibers? Or not necessarily. Maybe there's some more contractile proteins according to that adaptation. You may be able to get some contractile proteins according to that thing to adapt to that, whatever it is you're doing, to make you good at doing that. See what I mean? You guys say, well, he's stronger, this, that. No, just makes you better at doing specific things that you're training for. That's all.
With a training max on bench that is approximately 90% for her. Lower days we do a max squat, one of them. We do a max deadlift, the other. Again, this.
She looks exactly the same. She has not changed. Look, I just started the last 2 weeks conditioning myself, and I'm doing specific exercise. I am actually bigger conditioning myself right now. My shoulders grew because I started doing unconditional I started doing these exercises that are not usual exercises that people would do in the gym. So I'm doing something unconventional. I'm not doing everything conventional in the gym. And so because I'm doing that, I know at the same time as I'm conditioning myself, I'll get a new adaptation. My shoulders and my arms are bigger now. My back is bigger. My legs are getting bigger because I don't do those type of exercises. So I figured if I'm going to condition myself, I want to get some new adaptations. You understand me? In muscle growth and definition and whatever else. So what I'm doing is something that nobody else, if you look at my videos, like, what are these exercises? They're just totally different. They're unconventional. If you're doing the same thing, you're going to get the same outcome. If you do something different, you'll get a new adaptation. This is just the way it works, bro. That's the way it works. I don't care what anybody says. Me, I'm looking better and better and bigger and stronger all the time. My strength is improving all the time. My muscle definition is improving constantly because I'm not doing the same shit looking for the same outcome. Azito.
Same thing, they're training maxes. We are not going, crazy hard on those. They just need to be 90%. Everything else is hypertrophy work. Everything else is 10 plus reps. It's all supersets. So for those curious, like those pull-ups she did right there, she did a set of bench press.
I was looking for something fun.
Press and then a set of pull-ups back and forth as a superset. Everything 10 plus. The pull-ups she, of course, can.
Again. What are these, like 5 pound? What is this, 2.5 pounds or 5 pounds? Those look like 2.5 pound plates, okay, on both sides. Like, what exactly? She's always doing the same stuff over and over again. But that is the most that she could rep. Because she's repping that now. She can't rep the 45 pound plate, so she does one rep. So what does she do? She reps out 5 pounds on each side. Is she strong? Is she going to get a new adaptation doing the exact same exercises all the time? No, get a 0.
15 at this point. So again, our pull-ups.
She is a lifting gym slave. She's a lifting slave because there's no more adaptations, bro. There's no more adaptations. What is the point of going to the gym?
They're strong.
I'm going to have to explain this when I make that video this week about, because some guys are asking me, make a video about what you do and building and all that. Yeah, I will incorporate and talk about these things about adaptations, how they work, possibly, to explain why it is important to get as many adaptations. I mean, you should be doing gymnastics, a whole bunch of things, rings, this, that. If you could do those things, you can eke out more adaptations.
Really strong lats. Yes, her scale weight has gone down a little bit more. It is something that we.
Why doesn't she incorporate some gymnastic movements in her lifting regime? She will get some more adaptations. She'll look different. Your body conforms to that adaptation. That's why people ask, why do gymnasts look really big, the shoulders and the arms and whatever? Why do they have this type of look, this very muscular, so forth look? Because every type of training that you're doing exudes a different type of adaptation. So if you want muscles to get bigger and stronger and you keep doing the same thing, it'll never happen. So you need to get it. That's another way. That's why I tried to tell you, unaccustomed, unfamiliar. But people are not listening. Unfamiliar forms get you this type of damage, and guess what? You get a new adaptation. But sometimes if you do the exact same things over and over again, you might max out the adaptation process. It may not give you anything anymore. There may be some damage, but it's just repairing now. There's no remodeling. There's nothing going on there. There's no extra nuclei. There's nothing. So it's really good to do unconventional things, not the norm. Get it? Do unfamiliar forms, unaccustomed things that you're unaccustomed to doing, that you've not done before, and you'll get a new adaptation. So sometimes you may be adapted to your food, what you're eating. But now, here's the problem. Okay, you're doing the exact same things, you're eating the exact same food. So there's an adaptation there in food, in growth, and in the body. But if you do something that you're truly unfamiliar with, it's so unconventional, even though you're eating the food that you're eating, you most likely will get a new adaptation. And even if you can't eat more, you're able to get new growth, still eating the same food, but you got a new adaptation doing something you're unconventional, something you're doing that's unconventional. And yeah, I do recommend people take, you natural people maybe take creatine that can't afford to eat the most food. Why? Because it has a synergistic effect for protein synthesis, even if there is a little bit of water weight there. Over the long run, it's a known fact, creatine will help you in the long run. It's not good in short runs, that I know for sure, but it is good in long runs, and you don't have to take a lot of it. It's inexpensive. You just take a little bit just to help to preserve and with this protein synthesis stuff, and so that it doesn't break down proteins. You don't want to break down proteins, but it's definitely good to eat protein before you work out in the gym, so you don't break down any proteins.
Are having to deal with. Ideally, I'd like her to not continue to lose weight, but it's kind of some circumstances a little bit out of our control. And like
If you don't want her to lose weight, then she's either going to take creatine because she can't afford to eat, or she has to eat a lot of protein before she goes in the gym so she can counteract the breakdown in proteins. You understand me?
to go into all the details because again, client's personal stuff. But yes, her body weight is down a couple more pounds at this point. All right.
If her body weight or body muscle, if she's losing muscle, what is the point going to the gym? The whole point in going to the gym is to open a window for protein synthesis. So what is the point of working out and then you don't eat? You don't eat anything. And you're like, hey, I'm down in body weight. Well, what is the point of going there? You went there to what? To lose muscle? This is stupid too.
Our second exercise is then usually what we do incline benching and then we do dumbbell rows. So between these two movements, we are hitting pretty much everything from two different angles. Her entire...
I'm going to explain this one more time. The adaptation process is based on muscle damage. That's what the adaptation process is. Now, I can't tell you how much damage you're going to get. It could be minute, it could be massive, it could be medium, I don't know. But it is an adaptation process. That's how the body adapts to these movements and exercise. What it does is it damages, repairs, and remodels. And then it conforms to those exercises, making you stronger. That's all. And then it doesn't give you any more adaptations. That's why people say, that's why they mention unaccustomed people in sports, soccer, swimming, running, this, that. They get an adaptation. Get it? They get this muscle damage, especially when they have never done it before. See what I mean? Because you're unaccustomed to it. Because now it remodels bigger and stronger. So it does. So that's the adaptation process to protect muscle from getting damaged with a repeated bout. It's a protective effect. Get it, man?
Back, entire chest, gets two different angles done as supersets. So again, antagonistic supersets are the name of the game for her. It's how we train almost.
Supersets are the most bullshit thing bro science, bullshit, gym coaches have ever come up with. Garbage training. Just seek new adaptations. And you don't gotta do all that bullshit stuff, man.
Almost everything. Right, so we train almost.
Like me personally, I feel sorry for this woman. It's the exact same exercises, concentric, the rows, the pull-ups. Fuck, everybody's doing that. You see them getting fucking results in the goddamn gym? A zero. Because people are so stupid and stubborn to do unconventional things to try to get more adaptations. Duh.
everything.
What is the point of going there? Lifting slave, bro?
I didn't even put every exercise in here, mainly because these vlogs would get way too long. So we did 90% of our exercises in here, just one set. So that's our first two super.
Listen, even shout out to West Coast Wolverine, because he talked about me in this video. I'll give him a shout out in this video. The guy is definitely getting you adaptations in lifting. He's conforming to lifting a heavier weight in the OHP. He mostly focused on OHP. He's not really into deadlifting. And me personally, I'm not really much into deadlifting. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. You should deadlift. You could do whatever you want. I just haven't really done a lot of deadlifting. In the past, in the present. And now it's kind of bothering me because my nerve problem. But like I said, he was able to eke out more adaptations. Now, how much damage did he get to his myofibulars in density? I can't tell you how much he got in density. I'm pretty sure he weighs something. He says 220 something, 25 something, and then he says the weight can move up on the scale. Now, that weight may be contractile, some of it protein, that could be sarcoplasmic. I can't really tell you, but there's a good majority to the point where he got to now, and his OHP is around practically over 300 or something, more than that. It's quite high, actually. So I would say that definitely these are still adaptations. For him to get there, he had to have gotten some adaptations to get to that level. See what I mean? So yeah, people they don't really see that. They don't really see that. There is chemical strength there. There's this, that, androgen receptors, that, but there's definitely myofibrillar growth there. There is myofibrillar. I'm not talking about just contractile proteins. I'm talking about myofibrillar growth. But the person is working. He has a physical job. So keeping up with contractile proteins, trying to get the mass on the myofibrillar is very difficult. But getting dense muscles, yeah, you have them. They're there. How do they look on your body? Can you visually see that density? Well, it's still difficult to see density. The mass is a lot easier than the density. You definitely, for sure.
Sets, and we do 3 sets of both of those. Then after that, we come up.
But look at Michelle. She looks exactly the same because she's not shooting for new adaptations, whether it's lifting heavier or doing something unconventional.
Where we do an upright row, and we superset that with right now a dumbbell tricep extension. Okay, so we put the JM presses out mainly because her JM press strength is really good. We don't need it any stronger. Her bench lockouts are great.
Her JM press is good. I don't know. Whatever.
I just want general tricep size at this point, so I want to make sure we're getting that long head. So again, a lot of this stuff we may not care about as much for her power lifts, but if she's going to do bikini, we need this. Of course, she had some photo shoots this week. Pictures.
Bikini? You heard of bikini? Oh my God.
Are up on all her social media. Looks fantastic in the photo shoots.
She does extremely lightweight. There's nothing going on there. There's nothing.
So what we do there, again, this is a superset. So you notice that's even her same bar.
What are these going to do? Nothing. She's adapted to all these weights.
There. So then we superset this. So in her case,
it's not
isolation for her.
She's definitely repping. She's getting a thermogenic effect. So maybe she's burning some fat there. But even that she's probably not doing properly because according to her diet.
Delts with a focus on the side delts.
She is your typical ectomorph. That's an ectomorph body. Typical ectomorph body. The ectomorphs is a known fact. Type 1, like I said in my last video, type 1 muscle fibers. Ectomorphs, type 1 muscle fibers. Mesomorphs, they got more type 2. So what do you have to gear your training towards? What should she gear her training towards? See what I mean? As a coach, that's what you have to figure out.
Because we do a lot of pressing and pulling. I mean, pull-ups, the rows, everything, rear delts are hit.
She's repping stuff out way too much, and she's not really trying. She's just repping too much now.
So with a lot of this, I'm going to really put that emphasis. Because again, we have to get those bigger. She's a drug-free lifter.
She's a drug-free lifter that emphasizes her side tricep delts. We have to get more on there. Okay. How do you grow the side fucking delts? How do you grow them? Duh.
And again, she's going to do bikini. That can very much be.
Yeah,
again,
bikini my ass.
Doing physique competitions.
Look, she did shoulders. Now she's doing arms. Like, finish one fucking thing and then move on to the next thing. Don't confuse. Don't confuse.
Coming up potentially. That's the plan. She's doing pull-throughs and stuff are not in here, but we do
Exact same exercises like in all her videos. Exact same outcome. A zero.
a back squat.
Back squat,
This
yeah,
is, again,
one rep,
pretty much
one
the
rep.
same, and I can observe as a coach.
Of course, this is an easy exercise. See, the easy exercises, she reps them out. The hard ones, she does one rep. Makes no sense whatsoever.
Going on with the fatigue on that bar speed.
Fatigue.
We're doing plenty of posterior chain work.
That's why Blaha doesn't understand body types. If he understood the body type, then he would know how to train this person properly to get the most maximum adaptations. But she's adapted, so no more adaptations for poor Michelle. Zero adaptations forever.
Okay, a lot of posterior chain work. And we know based on the data on all squat pattern movements, squats, leg press, doesn't matter.
Yeah, nothing.
We can just get a little deeper in that position. We can get a deeper knee angle. Okay.
Okay, I absolutely do not understand this, but yeah, hey, you could do that. I just don't understand this, but
So
whatever.
that's what we want from that. Again, trying to bring up the
She's bouncing her body, bouncing it, pulling it up and down. She's not doing it slowly or anything. She's just doing it really fast for no other reason. Mostly concentric, no eccentric movements to get new adaptations. The reason why I do unconventional exercises with cables, the reverse, I do it reverse, laying down, keeping my body down, my arms down, my back down, is because on the up force, it's going to cause a really good stretch, a heavy stretch, causing some micro injuries in the muscle fibers, giving me a new adaptation, even while I'm conditioning myself sometimes too. I may get it. There may not be a lot there. There may be some. At some point, I'm adapted already in the exercise, but I still can eke out some damage because I cannot go back to the gym right now. My shoulder, arm area, and my lat area is just fucking totally. I've never even felt it that sore before, like last night. That was just crazy. I couldn't even sleep. I was in pain. Like, I mean pain, bro. I woke up this morning, more pain. It's crazy. I'm feeling better now, but that was just ridiculous. And all I went in there to do the other day, because I did my shoulders, arms the day before, and then yesterday I just decided, well, instead of doing my chest, because my shoulder arms were still hurting a bit, I would just do my legs. So I went in to do some of my leg work. And then I was like, okay, I'll do my chest today. I can't do my chest because my arms and the shoulder, bro, they were so painful. It's so painful. That I would just overwork it and shrink it. So allow it to grow a bit.
quads that way, particularly the lower part of the quad is really most impacted by that. Before people say, oh, you can't bias a different part of the same muscle, except the quads is completely different.
But again, I'm on a pure carnivore diet. So I'm eating shitloads of meat, salmon, fish, shellfish, you name it.
Right. So in that case, yeah, you absolutely.
There's nothing obstructing my body from repairing and modeling even faster now. There's no obstructions.
They can to some extent, and we know that deep positions are what build the whole area around the knee, right?
No, deep positions do not build anything in the knee. You're talking about getting an adaptation through muscle damage in the knee. Yeah, okay.
Vastus lateralis, vastus medialis, all that.
Yes, you can roll off vastus lateralis. You can roll off all these fancy words and pretend you're what I call a faker of sophistication. You are a faking coach of sophistication because you are a poor coach. You don't know anything. Me, I'm not a faker of sophistication. I don't care about all these fancy words. I just care about results. The only thing that matters is results. I don't give a shit what people look like in the gym or what they're doing. If they can eke out results, that's all that matters. People look at my unconformed exercises. They've never seen people do that in the gym before. They look at me, but they don't say anything. Want to know why? Because body does the motherfucking talking for me on my channel, bro. When I fucking walk around that gym, body does the fucking motherfucking talking for me. Ain't no fucker in that gym gonna say to me, hey man, what the fuck are you doing? Wanna know why? Because I got fucking 20-inch arms. What fucking size are your arms, motherfucker? If some fucker came up to me and asked me, hey, what the fuck you doing there? What the fuck is that? I'll look at them and say, what the fuck you doing with your fucking 10-inch arms, bro? Get it? So they ain't gonna say fucking jack shit to me. That's what they're gonna fucking do. They ain't gonna say fuck all to a monster like me walking around doing something they never fucking seen before, getting results. But they're too stupid to do it because they wanna be like everybody else, man, in the gym. I wanna do all the same exercises and be a loser like the rest of these losers.
All right, then she, of course, supersets all this. So what we do for the first thing, it's a tricep. We do.
Look at her feet. They're flat. She's fucking holding dumbbells, doing her calves. They're flat. They're flat. It's all eccentric exercise. Everybody knows it's the eccentric that's the most important for the calves. It's the eccentric. It's the stretch. That stretch causes damage. It's repetitive stretches in the eccentric movement that causes micro injuries to the muscle fibers. And then they grow bigger and stronger. That's how they do it, especially when you feed it. Yeah, you can't just feed it water. Get it, bro? Or powders or a tablet, a supplement. So this is just a waste of time. She's just wasting her calves will never come out like this whatsoever. Never. Never. You can literally stand on a board, on a wooden board with the eccentric position with your calves. And I can guarantee you they will grow. They will grow in that position, but they'll never grow on the up position ever. And they'll never get damaged on the up position either. Ever.
We do a leg exercise first, a quad exercise, which is a leg press.
That is so stupid. You're just fatiguing the muscle. Man, you're going to get lactic acid buildup in there, and in your brain, you're going to think you accomplished something because there'll be a burning effect now because she's standing up, moving it up and down. There's no eccentric here whatsoever. It's all concentric. And we know concentric is not what? Associated with what? Muscle damage. So no growth, zero adaptations. An adaptation has to be through muscle damage. I'm sorry, bro. It just fucking works like that.
Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. Then we do the glute ham raise, very similar to what I
glute ham raise, my
do a lot of. And then we finish it with a standing calf raise. So again, this is done as a tricep. So the upper body we do supersets,
garbage
lower body
training.
we do triceps. So it's usually, a quad, a hamstring, or posterior chain.
Garbage.
Otherwise, I did put her deadlift up from day 2 right here at the end.
This is garbage too. She leans down a bit. She leans down and pushes. There's nothing going on there. Nothing.
But then we kind of repeat the same.
Garbage.
Also conditioning it.
Garbage.
Deadlifted at the start of the second leg workout, which I put in at the end for you guys so that we at least see a deadlift and show that she's doing it. So I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys and gals.
It was absolutely uninformative. This is garbage training. Poor garbage training. Garbage. Look, I bet you she's going to do it for 1 rep too. God, man. Oh. I knew it. 1 rep. See you in the next one. Tell us what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. Comment down below. Helps with the algorithm. More bullshit, man. By Coach Bullshit Blaha.